everyone, Brother Roop here. We are in the book of Acts, chapter 10, verse 7, talking about the story of Cornelius, the Roman soldier who was very pious and worshiped God. He was not Jewish, he was a Gentile, but he worshiped the Jewish God anyway. Why he did that to begin with, I'm sure was a very good story. Maybe someday in heaven I'll hear it straight from him. Amen. But right now we're talking about him and the honor God's going to bestow on him to be the first Gentile to be a part of the forming Christian church. And let's start at verse 7. And when the angel which spake unto Cornelius was departed, he called 2 of his household servants, and a devout soldier of them that waited on him continuously. Now that's kind of interesting. It says 2, this is the King James Version, it says 2 of his household servants are slaves and a devout soldier. It's interesting that a soldier would be so devout, he'd spend some of his off time at Cornelius' doorstep. That says a whole lot about Cornelius. Now, the Aramaic, I got Janet Magara's translation. That's because it's convenient right now. I've got 3 translations. It says here, verse 7, it's a little bit different. And as the angel who had talked with him was going away, he called 2 of his household and a certain servant who feared God, one who obeyed him. Now, the Aramaic says it was 2 of his household and not 2 of his servant. Now, servants or slaves were considered part of the household, so it's kind of a splitting hairs here. So they were part of his household, but they were his servants. And Janet Garrett's translation of the Aramaic says a certain servant who feared God, one who obeyed him. The King James Version, the English version, says a soldier, a devout soldier. Specifically calls him a soldier. I would lean towards the devout soldier translation. Because the Janet Garrett's translation of the Aramaic says a certain servant. That could also mean a soldier who is there serving Cornelius. So I think I would stick with the King James on this one, even though the Aramaic is usually more accurate. Amen. So I just so admire Cornelius. What a guy. He worships a Jewish God when he's not even Jewish. He gets his whole family to worship this Jewish God. And one of the soldiers is devout and worships Jehovah, Yahweh. And one of his soldiers is so devout, he's just hanging around his house, waiting for orders. I mean, what a guy, what an influence he had on people around him. He must have had a very, very charismatic personality to have this type of influence over people. I kind of admire that because I have none of that myself. I got none of that. So, I kind of admire somebody who has a charismatic personality that everybody around him wants to follow him. I mean, that's called leadership there. That is leadership. Anyway, the story continues. Thank you.